Go Kron.
I'll go Kron.
Go,
All
go
right.
Kron and Dan Kron.
Yeah. So for the folks at home, I was at the Bonnaroo Music Festival in Tennessee. Pretty wild. I've never really been to a music fest. I've been to jazz fest in my hometown, but it's nothing like this where you sleep out there, you camp, you do drugs and shit. So I get out there. It's amazing. I drop my stuff off at the hotel. The shuttle picks me up. I have a show for Ford Motor Co. Mm-hmm. It's a corporate gig, pretty well paid, and it's at Bonnaroo. So I fly in, get the hotel, drop my stuff off. I get a shuttle to Bonnaroo. It's wild. I film it all. I've got it all on my phone. I have all these videos on my phone I'm going to send out eventually. But it's 80,000 people in a field, and it's just stages and games and booze and bars and people dancing and just dust and it's amazing. Restaurants and booths. It's incredible.
I noticed you threw dust in there.
It's very dusty.
Uh-huh.
That was I tried to throw it in subliminally, but you caught it.
Need some pledge.
Yes, they could have used some pledge.
Mm-hmm.
So you hop right into a golf cart. The lady goes, "Hey, they know your whole schedule because you're an artist. You get your artist badge. It's wild." And they go, "All right, we're gonna take you to the Ford tent." You're like, "All right, great." I go to the Ford tent. I bomb. I do a half-hour clean in a tent. It was not good. Then I just start drinking immediately, and I'm walking around. I find my crew. It's Ari Shaffir. It's Bobby Kelly. It's Dan Soder. It's Big J.
Wow.
It's an amazing group. Michelle Wolf, Nick Thune, Natasha Leggero, Ralphie May, Jeff Ross, Galifianakis is hanging out.
Too many white guys.
Oh, yeah. I threw a woman in there.
2 of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just walking, and you can't even imagine what it's like. There's so many good vibes there.
Yes.
You walk through the crowd, and people are just high-fiving you. "Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up?" Women shirtless with boobs painted,
wow.
all that. And like guys with a big feather headdress, or a guy with a giant sunglasses and Daisy Dukes on. It's just all these characters, and some guy hitting bongos, maracas. So we're like, we got to do shrooms. We take mushrooms. We go to Alabama Shakes.
I love Alabama Shakes.
I'd never heard of them.
Oh, they're great.
I bought both their albums.
Great.
Amazing.
Yeah, one's brand new.
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah. Boys and Girls, I want to say.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
This is what I don't like about these days. When I was a kid and growing up, I would buy the album. You'd just stare at the artwork.
Yeah.
You'd open it. You'd memorize everyone in the band, the producer, the arrangement, the lyrics, where it was recorded, the dates it was recorded. I'd spend so much time.
I know.
But now you download. I don't even know the names of the people. Band of Horses is my favorite band ever. I don't even know what the fuck they look like. I don't know who's in the band. I don't know who produced it. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you got to Google it.
I've never even seen anything.
I'm sure people have Googled us.
I hope. Maybe.
I bet, after the pod.
Yeah, maybe.
But you want to see what they look like. That's a thing.
Yeah, I used to stare at those albums
I
all
did too.
day long.
When I bought Dookie, I just opened that little booklet.
Oh,
I
loved
it.
The booklet, the drawings,
Yeah.
burnt, all that stuff. Yeah, that's a great album. Still holds up.
Well, so the mushrooms are kicking. It was such a crazy time. The artists, the comedians, we get our own green room area, which was just fun and nice. You get to hang out. John Hamm's hanging out in there. It's wild. Yeah,
he's
him
a
and
funny
Galifianakis.
guy.
He's a cool guy. I was shirtless because I was like, I'm going in. I'm in Bonnaroo, baby. I'm shirtless. I'm drunk. I'm doing drugs. I went all the way 100%. And I find a bottle of beer, and I'm like, shit, it's not a twist off. So I'm walking around, kind of looked like a lost puppy. I'm like, maybe I'll smack it off this counter. Maybe I'll use a lighter. And John Hamm goes, give me that fucking beer. And he just takes it, and he pops open with a lighter and hands it back, and he keeps talking to his friend. I was like, Jesus.
John Hamm.
What a man, yeah.
He's an alcoholic.
He might be.
He is.
Is he?
Yes, it was a big news story.
Wow, he looks fucking great for an alcoholic.
Yeah, it was a big news thing.
Wow. So, yeah. So then Ralphie May goes, let's all go to my tour bus and smoke weed. So we're all like, all right. I don't know Ralphie May, but it's a generous time. It's Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
So we go to this tour bus. He's got like minions in there and all these dudes helping him. It's a big man, that Ralphie May.
Yes, he is.
And so everybody gets high, just passing a bong around. We're all telling stories. We're all having a good time. And we get out of the tour bus, and Ari goes, I got the mushrooms. So we go, great. Now we're standing outside between 2 tour buses, and Ari just hands everybody a bag, and you just take it out, take your pull. And Ari's the expert, so we're going, is this too much? How do you feel about this? And I just took a nice chunk, swallowed it down. It's chewy, it's gross, it's fungi.
Oh,
and
you're a fun guy.
Thank you. I was waiting for that. And, so then we go to Alabama Shakes. We get backstage passes.
I saw the picture. Unreal.
Unbelievable. We're in the rafters, and it's just people as far as the eye can see, and then the band is 10 feet below you or 20 feet below you. It was incredible. And I was moved. I have never heard this woman sing. I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was swaying, I was dancing, and then right then, oh boy, they're kicking in, buddy boy. I am feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the music. I'm feeling the friends. I got my arms around Ari and Soder. We're just dancing. It was crazy. And then I look back. Ari's gone. He's gone rogue. He's gone native.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's got war paint on somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
he's in a drum circle doing a rain dance.
He's got a mohawk nowadays.
He had a mohawk, and he
Yeah.
was shirtless, too. So I was like, oh, there goes Ari. Now the sun's going down. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go walking. So I just go walk around. I go Christopher Walken on this place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just seeing bands. I'm talking to people. I'm high-fiving. I make out with a couple chicks. It was wild. It was dusty. I'm sweaty. I'm shirtless. And I'm on drugs.
Again with the dust.
Finally, I bump into Michelle Wolf, who we had lost her at some point. I bump into Wolf, and I'm like, Wolf! We're not super close, but when you're on drugs and you see somebody you know in an 80,000 sea of people,
right.
There's a connection.
Of course.
And she goes, what's up with you? And my eyes were going like this, you know, like a fucking ball on a string. And so Wolf's like, well, now I want to do drugs. And I was like, all right, well, let's find everybody. We get lost in the woods.
Woods?
Yeah, because there's a golf cart trail and a whole thing. We were like, well, we'll get a golf cart because we didn't really know where we were. And we kind of get lost. And everything felt like a movie. I was like, we're going over here. And I was cracking her up, and she was laughing. And we're all through the woods. And it was a magical moment. I can't really describe how great it was. And, like, people would come up to us, and I would, like, crack jokes with them. And they wouldn't get it, but Wolf would get it. And she was laughing. So finally, I'm walking with Wolf. We're walking through a huge crowd of people. And we're talking, and I look back, and she's just gone. I lost the Wolf.
Oh, boy.
She's gone, and then the scariness kicks in.
Was it a full moon?
It might have been.
Those wolves.
She turned into a werewolf.
Wolves.
So now I'm kind of like, shit, where's the wolf? So now I'm walking around like a scared child, like, Wolf, Michelle. And there's a million people around, you know, everybody's yelling and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I've lost her. And then I get lost in the whole field. I can't find the stage that we were at with Soder and the gang and Ari. And I'm like, I'm lost. I can't find anything. And I start kind of freaking out.
Oh, boy.
I'm having a trip here.
Yes.
And then I just say, okay, I'm going to go on the outskirts of the festival and just walk around it.
Yes.
Maybe I'll see the stage. And then I walked around and I see the sanitation crew, like, throwing garbage out. I see the guys pumping the porta potties. And I was like, oh, all the fun is over. This is the real world is here. This is the real shit, you know? Like, fun and games is gone. The tits painted. I can't find that. The music, I can't hear it. I'm just dusty walking around, and everybody's doing their job now.
So where are all the people? Where do the people go?
What do you mean?
The 80,000 people. Where do they go?
They're in the middle of the field. They're in the middle. It's a big circle.
But I thought you said it was over.
What do you mean?
You just said it was over. I thought they went home. It went ended. I thought.
No.
I'm picturing you and 3 sanitation guys.
No, it's going all night. But I'm on the outskirts now, where all the people are doing their job. They're throwing garbage out.
So it's not over. You're just out there.
I'm saying the fun is over for me.
For you.
For me. Sorry.
I got you. I thought it was the end of Woodstock and they're packing up the trash.
No. There was no Indian with a tear. It was just a sanitation guy just bitching about these fucking hippies, you know, whatever.
I got you.
And so, like, I got real sad, like, because every emotion is exaggerated. You know,
right,
when you're on the shrooms. So I got real like, I was in this magical land, and now this guy's working. He hates his job. He's probably an alcoholic, and I'm just like, oh fuck, this sucks.
You gotta get back in there.
I gotta get back in. So I take a right turn. I get back in the hole, and I bump into everybody, and I'm back up. I am back on the wagon, baby. I'm feeling great. I see Big J. I hug Big J, and I go, man, you don't know what I've been through. He's like, you don't know what I've been through. You know, we're just having a great time, and everybody's laughing again. We go to the green room. We drink a ton of beer. It was a great time. That was the first night.
First night?
Yes.
Wow.
Second night, I have a show at 4 p.m. with Jeff Ross and Ralphie May. I'm opening. Ralphie May's closing. 4 p.m., comedy tent, 500 people. Dying to see comedy. There's nothing to do in the day there. So these people there's a line out the tent. It's huge. It's sold out. It's great. So I go up, tough crowd, you know, it's a tent. I do okay. Ross brings 20 people on stage, roasts them all, murdering. Ralphie May murdering, does his thing. He's a goddamn pro. And then I'm walking around with Jeff Ross, this hippie guy. I mean, Jeff Ross is getting swarmed. He's like a huge celeb out there.
Right.
I didn't know he was that famous, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so. Those
Roast Master General, yeah. So people are taking pictures with him. Da 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 da. We sit and watch some music. We saw this guy, black guy, Hendrixy. He was like a real soul guy with a guitar, like an amazing guitar. Eric Clapton's like, this guy's the guy.
Oh yeah.
He's got like a country name.
Oh
shit, what's his name? Look that up,
Otis
Andy.
Day.
No, young guy, like a handsome young black guy.
Oh, I think I've heard about that.
Like
guy.
real like Memphis.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
No.
Nope.
I can't think of it, but so we're standing there and this guy comes up with a cape on, no shirt, long hair, bone through his ear, and he goes, "You guys want some mushrooms?" And I go, "Look, I did it last night. It was crazy. I'm good." And he goes, "Come on." And Jeff Ross goes, "I'll take them." So he hands Jeff Ross a big chocolate bar. Jeff Ross cracks it in half, eats half of it, and gives it to me, and I don't even think about it. I just eat it. So now I'm on shrooms again.
Wow,
Jesus Christ. And I've already had 12 beers.
Is it Gary Clark Jr.?
That's the one, Gary Clark Jr.
Played with the Allman Brothers quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah. So we're standing there watching Gary Clark Jr., and he is ripping it up, and it's like that moving kind of soul rock, like good shit.
Yeah.
And Robert Plant comes out. It's a whole thing. Yeah. And I'm on drugs, and Jeff Ross is on drugs, and he's a weirdo. And so at some point I go, "Look, man, he's taking so many pictures that I can't take it. Too much interaction." So I'm
Who's taking the pictures?
All these fans of his. He's like, "Can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? Can I get a photo?" And I'm like, "We can't get anywhere. You walk 4 inches and you got to take another photo."
Right.
And then one guy sees a photo, so then the other guy goes, "Oh, he's taking photos. Let's get him."
Yes.
So I'm usually the guy. It was too much. So I go, "Look, yeah, I'm going to the food tent. The artists get free food." I'm going to the food tent. I get to the food tent. Everybody's eating. It's like Big J and Soda. They're all eating lunch. And I was like, "Oh, thank God." So I sit down with them, and I'm eating the food. When you're on shrooms, food tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Everything is accentuated.
It's interesting. Every drug, alcohol, makes you want to eat. Weed, booze,
I guess.
Coke, you love the food.
I wasn't really hungry, but I just wanted to I wanted to go somewhere.
Right.
Safe. And so the funny thing is Jeff Ross's special came out that day, and he's supposed to be tweeting about it, but yet he's all fucked up on drugs.
Right.
He didn't tweet a goddamn thing. So I find the whole gang, and they all go, "We're going to Slayer, then we're going to Kendrick Lamar, then we're going to Mumford & Sons." And I was like, "Great, let's do it." So we had a lot to do. We go to Kendrick Lamar. I've never seen rap live, by the way.
I don't think I would know Kendrick Lamar if you played it in my headphones.
I like bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
Oh, I don't know that guy.
Oh, yeah. You might have heard him. He's got a couple hits.
I thought he was one of these like hipster guys when you said his name.
He's a real
hip hop guy.
Southern gangsta.
Okay, he's doing big things.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
He's a name. I mean, this was one of those like, we got to get there early. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
So we go to that. That was amazing. What a show. The guy really put on a show. Rap live is really something.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of gunshot noises, and I looked around, the Whitey is going insane. They all know the words. I mean, it's a big name. He's a popular guy.
Yeah, I've heard the name quite a bit.
Yeah. So I get real into it. The drugs are kicking in, the booze is kicking in. So I'm like really popping and locking.
Yeah.
And I leave there. I go on my own for a little bit, and I bump. Oh shit! I was walking around. I bump into some fans, which was crazy. They're like, "You're Mark Norman." Blah blah blah.
Wow,
I love the
nice.
podcast. That was cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I walk past Soder, or I find Soder somehow, and he goes, "We're going to Slayer. We're going to Slayer." And I was like, "I don't know Slayer. It's real heavy, bloody metal, from the 80s.
Not interested in seeing Slayer.
Yeah, not my cup of jizz."
No.
But I was like, I didn't want to be alone, so I was like, all right, let's go. And as we're walking to the Slayer, there's a girl sitting under a tree who goes, "Hey, I saw your show last night. You were funny." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And her friend, she's with a girl, another guy, and they go, sit down with us." And I was like, "All right, sorry, Soder. I'm going to sit down here.
Mm-hmm.
New adventure." Start talking to this girl, super pretty, going great. And I was like, "What are you guys up to?" And they're like, "We're just sitting here. We're on drugs." And I was like, "I'm on drugs too." And they're like, "Well," I was like, "You want to go to Slayer?" And they were like, "Sure." So we walked to Slayer. It sucks. So we go, you know what? Mumford & Sons is playing. It rains blood. It's so dumb. I don't know.
Crazy? That's a crazy festival. You got Mumford & Sons and Slayer playing at the same time.
Yeah, and Kendrick Lamar and Earth, Wind and Fire and Robert Plant. I mean, they got it all.
Wow, that is fascinating.
Yeah, so I was like, let's go to walk to Mumford & Sons. We'll get good seats or whatever. Good, no one's sitting, but you get it.
Yeah.
So we find this great spot, and me and this girl hitting it off. We're laughing. We're having so much fun. We're both mutually on drugs. She loves comedy. She lives in L.A., yada, yada, yada. Mumford & Sons comes out. Are you a fan of theirs?
I like them enough. I don't know too much of it.
Pretty amazing band.
Yeah.
Whether you're into that kind of stuff or not. I mean, they rocked it. They really came out swinging and just really like soul-searchy, moving, very like it touches you.
Yeah.
One of those touchy bands.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and this girl at this point are just sucking face to
wow.
the music. You can feel the music. I got a handful of ass, a handful of tit. I'm pulling her hair. We're making out just tongues akimbo all over the place. Like if you just could see our tongues in slow motion, it would look like one of those flappy things outside of a used car lot.
Yes, of course.
Just whipping and whapping.
Wow.
And oh man, it was hot. And like she's getting hard, I'm getting wet. It was crazy.
Yeah.
She's got the leg up, while we're making out.
Mm-hmm.
And so she goes, here's a weird thing. These two my friends here, they met on Tinder, and he has a farm. We should all go back to the farm and drink and see the animals and have a peaceful night.
Now, how does it work? You can just leave?
You can just leave.
And then how do you get back in?
Well, you have a wristband.
Oh, okay. So people that go to the show, they can leave and come back.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the clinker is she was VIP. She paid the extra money and just because these people live in squalor. I mean, they live in tents.
Right.
I've heard
that.
Tent city. There's no showers. You got porta potties.
Right.
You really give up a lot of comfort to go to this fest.
You got to get a very interesting pussy pass.
Yes, and it's very dusty.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I'm in VIP and my car is in VIP, which she has a car, which is rare.
Wow.
Most of these people just, hightail in there with like 8 guys in a van.
Right.
So she has a car, so we go to VIP. It's pretty nice actually. And then we jump in her car, we go out to this farm, 30-minute drive. Part of me is like, you're driving and you're like, the passion is waning. You know what I mean?
Of course.
With every minute.
It's like that scene in Swingers when they go to Vegas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're making out in the car, yada, yada, yada. And then I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know this girl at all. I'm on drugs.
Is she driving?
No, the friend is driving.
There's a third friend?
It's her and a man and a woman, and the man and the woman are a couple.
Oh,
so she was a third wheel.
So you're a couple.
Yeah, now we're coupling up.
Yes.
So we're in the back seat going at it, but I'm just like, I'm going to get to this farm. My phone's dead. I don't know how I'm going to get back to my hotel, which I don't know where that is.
Right.
I mean, it was a dicey idea and it was a risky situation, but I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm young, I'm full of cum, and I'm dumb, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we get there and we just go. I mean, this is naughty fucking farm banging.
Yeah.
Just hay bales and horses and
animals involved?
I fucked a rooster.
Wow.
We got into it.
Was it one of those saws with the 2 handles?
Yes.
I think that'd be fun to do with a girl naked.
Yeah, we cut a tree down or two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was like wild, like passionate, Bonnaroo, sweaty, dusty, rough boning.
This dust is really freaking me out.
Yeah, you should have seen these sheets.
Yeah.
So we just went at it. It was hardcore, and then we passed out. I wake up. We go at it again. She said something which I'll never forget. I don't know how much of this I should be giving away.
No, it's fine.
But we're going at it, and she goes, she's moaning like crazy. When a woman's moaning like crazy, I'm out.
Yeah,
I can't hold it in.
Yeah, I've never experienced it.
Oh, come on.
Well,
jeez. So we're going at it, and she's just like screaming high heaven. What is it? Bloody murder, which sounds bad during sex.
Yeah.
But we're going at it, and she goes, I'm going to come with me.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, I will.
That's a very mushroomy thing.
Yeah, well, we were sober at this point, but yeah, so I was like, I'm doing it. Let's do it together.
That's nerve-wracking, though. If she says, come with you, and you're like, I'm not ready yet. I gotta put my tight shoes on.
But it was a relief because I was holding it in.
I see.
So when she said it, it was like floodgates. So yeah, that was that, and then we have to pretend like nothing happened. The headboards bang and the whole. Everybody knew in the house what was going on.
Of course, I mean they know when you're driving out to the farm.
Yeah, and they were doing it too. The other couple, obviously.
Of course, you're not going to see cows for God's sake.
Right. Well, she was heavy.
Yeah,
but no, I'm joking. But so then we go downstairs. The guy's making breakfast. This guy's like a real farm hand, real handsome guy, built, tall dude. Like blonde guy, like grew up on the farm, the whole thing.
Like Carrie Elways.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's making eggs, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've got fresh eggs. They're from the chicken coop." Like he's making fucking meals from the farm.
Wow.
The veggies are from the farm. The whole thing.
A coop egg.
Coop egg.
Yeah.
So
not to be confused with the coupon.
Aha. Yes, that's right. Or a coup.
Esther coup.
Well, it's like a war thing, right? A coup.
A coup. Yeah, that's when you turn on the president and shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
A coup.
Yeah. So we're eating the breakfast, and she's like, "We should feed the horses."
What?
I'm like, "Get out of town with the horse
Oh
feeding."
my God! Are there any overalls involved?
I wish.
I'm
I'm wearing like a button down. I look like I was so out of place. I got sneakers on. I'm like this New York douche.
I picture coveralls with the pant legs cut at the bottom, so they're frayed, like a frayed ankle thing, bare feet, and a straw.
At one point, I had put a piece of grass in my mouth just for effect. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you smoked a little grass at that party too.
I definitely did.
Sure did.
So we go out. The horses. He opens the barn door, and the horses just come to you.
What?
Yeah, they know not to leave the property. There's a big gate around, and they just walk around this big, like an acre of land.
They come together.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm feeding the horse. I got a big bucket of whatever the fuck is in there. Some
feed.
A feed
Thank
bucket.
you.
A feed bucket. So I'm bucket feeding these horses. And, you pet it on the face. You pet on the nose, and it kind of goes.
You do? A horse up close is horrifying to me.
Oh, my God.
I don't want anything to do with a horse up close.
I was holding it in. I was freaking out, and they do like the kick thing.
Why do you want a horse in your life?
Oh, it's terrifying.
I don't want a horse in my life. It's horsifying.
Yeah.
All right, that was a stretch.
The girls
Cut
are
that
like,
out.
they're so majestic and beautiful. They're like slapping on the butt, and the horse is like loving it. And I'm just like, this thing could eat me alive. It could do one kick, and I'm castrated.
Yes.
So we do. I'm terrified the whole time, but I fake it because you got to be a man, And then the guy he grabs the horses by the hair and he brings them back in the barn. This guy was a fucking dude.
Sounds like a misogynist.
A little.
Pulling him by the hair. Come on.
Yeah. Well,
These horses are people too.
I guess, but he didn't think so. So, then eventually I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to get back now. I'm like, all right, well, could you guys give me a ride to my hotel? My phone's been off. It felt I was very free.
Yes.
But I was like, I'm too free. I got to get back.
Yeah.
So they bring me to the hotel, and, I take a shower. I bump into the guys. We go to Panera Bread.
Panera Bread.
It was next to the hotel.
This festival is topsy-turvy to me because I picture you all on a dusty farm, and now you're at Panera Bread.
Well, the
what the hell's going on here?
The hotel's about an hour away from the fest.
What?
Because the fest is in such a remote place that the only civilization is back ways.
So what, do they give you a bus, an hour
They get a
bus?
shuttle. Every hour is a shuttle van.
Oh, wow.
Maybe not every hour, but you miss that shuttle and you're missing the fest kind of thing.
Right. There must be a lot of traffic. Mucho traffico.
A lot of traffique.
Wow.
But yeah, so I get back and I jump right out of the car. I'm sexified. I'm sweaty. I'm dusty from the night before. I haven't showered. And the guys go, "You want to go to Panera Bread?" They're walking out of the hotel as I was walking in. I go, "Let's go to Panera Bread." So I went from a farm right to Panera. It was a weird juxtaposition.
Right.
And then I take a little nappy poo. I take a shower. And I go right back to Bonnaroo. And it was my last day. It was Sunday. Got drunk immediately. Billy Joel's the headliner.
Wow.
So I went and saw Billy Joel. We got front passes or whatever you call it, like best seats in the house. There was an open bar behind us. It was amazing. And we're all dancing. I didn't know I knew every Billy Joel song.
Yeah.
You had to be a big shot, didn't ya?
Yeah. All your friends were
so knocked out. Yeah,
How about the beginning of my life? That first verse is about Richard Lewis.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives him a stand-up routine in L.A.
Wow.
They were childhood friends.
I had no
That's
idea.
Richard Lewis. It says, "I can't go on the American way."
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Piano Man came on. The whole place is in tears. It was swaying. It was amazing.
Piano Man's about Richard Belzer.
No. Oh, okay. I bought that for a second. I mean, he's not funny, so he could be on a piano. So yeah, we We did that whole thing, and then my shuttle was at 4 a.m. to the airport. I had a 6 a.m. flight, so I had to get a 4 a.m. I didn't go to sleep, obviously. Got on the plane and went somewhere. I guess I came back to New York, but that's neither here nor there. How about this on the plane? So get back to New York, yada yada yada. Then I have to go to Grand Rapids, Michigan, the next
Grand
weekend.
Rapids,
Yeah,
yeah.
great little. I'm doing Conan tomorrow. Do you mind if I leave? Because I have to be at Conan and gotta wake up. I don't know how the drive is. It's probably 3 a.m. right now. I don't know how the drive's gonna be in the morning.
Now Venice to Hollywood in the morning. That's not gonna be pretty.
And you don't want to be thinking about Conan and traffic. You know?
No, you don't.
You haven't showered. So I leave, and she was furious. She was furious.
If you want to drive in LA, you got to drive after 10 p.m.
Yes.
Then you can whip around. The hair's flowing. The stuff. No dust. It's nice.
No dust. I get the windows down. I love it. I put on some Tom Petty, whatever you like.
Yes.
Yeah. So I bolt. She was pissed. At one point, she grabbed my shirt and she goes, "Why don't you just stay?" And I go, "No, I'm good." She goes, "A girl's got to try."
Oh.
These ladies, they like you to sleep over.
Maybe she stole the shirts. She's grabbing your shirt. We got shirts missing.
Interesting.
We'll think about it.
Interesting. Call in if you know anything about the shirts.
Yeah.
So I leave there. Oh, I forgot to say, Sunday night I met up with the farm chick. She lives in L.A.
Uh-oh, you got the farm chick and this chick.
Yeah, and in L.A. I booked an Airbnb, my first time doing it.
Oh, wow.
You ever done it?
A couple times in L.A., yeah.
It's pretty good.
Not bad. Sometimes they want to hang with you.
Whoa.
I had a German lady by the airport over in Inglewood under the highway, and she had a whole list of things to do, and I was like, no, I'm not a tourist. I'm here on business. And she's like, we can go to the park, we can go to the thing, we hate the Jews. It was really intense.
German?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Inglewood's no picnic.
It's more picnicky than it used to be, I think.
Oh, yeah?
But it's not horrible, I don't think.
Oh, it's no South Central, but it ain't a slice of pie either.
No slice of pie. But anytime you're under the highway, it's not.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
But the arena used to be over there, the Los Angeles Forum, the Great Western Forum, home of the Los Angeles Lakers. But they moved.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I fly in L.A. I text that girl immediately. We had a real chemistry. So we meet up and we're making out at the Improv, and I had this move. Let me know how you feel about this.
All right.
So I get my Airbnb. I fly in L.A. probably about 4. I get my Airbnb. It's kind of dicey. I'm in Koreatown. I'm in an apartment building, and she's like, "You're sharing an apartment with an Irish couple, but they go to the beach all day. They just want to sleep here." And I was like, "Okay." It's like a wall and a door. They're in another room, basically. But we share a kitchen, and my bed is in the living room.
Ooh.
So it's a little weird, but it's fine. It's clean, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I get the keys, and I got a rental car, so I got I'm in the garage, which is fun. You get the beep beep, the gate opens, you have to drive into the garage.
Do they have a tennis ball hanging?
No, I wish.
No.
I do like the tennis ball.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, sorry. So I get my Airbnb, I got my keys, now I got a rental car, I got an apartment, I feel like I live there.
Mm-hmm.
And I go meet this gal, I do a set at the Improv, but I just run the Conan. They could only give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I run the Conan, I bomb horribly, and she's with me, she's watching, so that was kind of a bummer. And then the guy went on after me, killed! And so me and this girl are cuddling, and I bombed, and the guy is murdering, and she's dying laughing. It's very emasculating.
Of course.
Very emasculating. I thought the date was over. I was like, I wouldn't fuck me after that.
Cuddling in the showroom.
Yeah, we're just kind of laying in the back, and she's very affectionate.
Yes.
Yes.
Clingy.
We made out quite a bit. Brian Scalaro was also on the show, so that was nice.
Oh,
to
he's
see.
fun.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Still is. Yeah. So we leave there, we go to a bar, we have a couple drinks, we're making out at the bar, blah, blah. We can't keep our hands off each other. We go to the Airbnb, and we just go back at it. Hardcore, like we're on a farm again.
This is the day before the taping?
No, this is Sunday. I forgot to mention. I skipped an order here.
Oh, this is pre-taping.
Pre-taping.
I got you.
The day before the taping was the Venice.
Right.
So we're going at it hard, and just headboard again, boom, boom, boom. She's a screamer, the whole thing. And I wake up the next day, Irish guy comes out of the room.
Uh-oh.
And he's in a towel.
Oh.
And he goes, hey. And he goes in the kitchen, grabs something, and then goes back into the bedroom. And I was like, oh, that was bad. He was clearly pissed because we probably kept him up all night and in the morning. And She was like, yeah, but it's an Airbnb. I wouldn't worry about it. And I was like, yeah, I guess. And so then he comes out again. I go, look, I'm trying to bury the hatchet. We're getting dressed, and he comes out, and I go, hey, man, I'm Mark, by the way. And he goes, he won't shake my hand. And he goes, I'm a germaphobe. And walks away.
He would have hated my Airbnb hostess.
Yes, he would have.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was a germaphobe. I think that was a diss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I looked in his room, and I saw his wife in there or whatever, and she was pissed. So I was like, I felt immediately bad. And I look on the floor. All my clothes are everywhere. There's spent condoms all over the floor. I'm like, what have I become? Who am I? That was so inconsiderate. I felt terrible.
You're in there fucking in their living room.
Yeah, well, they were Airbnb guests too, but yeah, I kept them up all night probably. So I drop her off at home, and I feel so bad that I got to look at their groceries before I left. So I doubled up their groceries. Because I was trying to olive branch it.
What do you mean? So they had bought groceries and then you bought
they had
the same ones?
They had like a bagel in there, and like their milk was down, and they had some OJ, and that was down. So I just was like, all right, I made a mental note. So I got a fresh milk, a fresh OJ, and I bought a stack of bagels.
That's not bad.
Not bad. So I go back in the next day, or that day later, and they're gone. Thank God. They're at the beach all day.
People are gone, or the groceries are gone?
The people. And I put the groceries in,
I see. Oh, gotcha.
I go back in to put the groceries in.
Like a dad on Christmas.
I guess, yeah.
A single dad.
Yes. And I pick up the condoms. I throw those out. I make the bed.
You
I
left
clean
the
up my
condoms
clothes.
there all day?
All day.
Oh, boy.
I know, because I just left to go bring her home.
There's going to be little Normans growing out of the floor.
I know. That carpet was no joke either.
Nope.
So, yeah, and then finally Wednesday rolls around. How fucked up is this? Wednesday rolls around, the day of the Conan taping. They tape 2 shows on a Wednesday. It's the only day they tape 2 shows. I don't